Hey, good morning, good people. Good morning, good people. How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. We're gonna go right into the PCE numbers. We're gonna talk for a little while and go right into morning bell. Let's see if we can get this thing to working right. Let's see.
Spending for the month of December, and of course, we all understand that some of the Fed's favorite metrics regarding pricing are embedded in this report. Let's start out with the headline, shall we? Personal income expecting to rise by 0.2%, delivered exactly 0.2%. But do keep in mind, in October it was up 0.7, so 0.2 is a great number, but it's still the lightest number since January of 22 when it was minus 1/10. Now, if we look at the spending side, also exactly as expected, which was minus 0.2%. Minus 0.2% is the lightest number. It equals December of 21. You have to go all the way back to February of 21 to find a bigger negative number. That isn't good. And if we look at real spending, of course, it adjusts for inflation, it's down 0.3. Here we go into the money numbers. Personal consumption expenditure deflator month over month is up 0.1%, and that's about what we were expecting, and arguably you could say it's a lot hotter. We're expecting unchanged. It equals the rear view mirror. The last time we had a lower number was down 0.1, but that was already in July, and in between then and now we were up 0.4 last month, but that was revised, so only up 0.1. And now we look at the big year-over-year number, 5%. The deflator year over year is 5% as expected, and this is good news. 5.5 in the rearview mirror. To find a number on a percentage change year over year smaller than 5%, you're going all the way back to September of 21. That's very good news. On the core deflator month over month, 0.3, exactly as expected. We're following a 0.2 number. The high water mark there was all the way back in April of 21 when it was up 0.6. So we've made some real progress there. And the last, maybe the most important, personal consumption core deflator year over year delivers at 4.4%, which was expectations exactly. In the rearview mirror, it was 4.7. The high water mark there was 5.4% in February of 22. The last time we had a number that was smaller than 4.4%, you have to go back to October of 21. Now, let the markets speak for themselves, Andrew. If you put up a 10-year note yield chart, we were at 354 before the data. We're at 353 now. Big whoops, right? 1 basis point. But 1 basis point here is very important. It gives us a notion that the market isn't nervous about this number in any way. We can always see inflation lower. It's still too high historically, but we've made significant progress, and that's what the market's going to pay attention to. Back to you.
Rick, thank you very much.
All right, good people. It's PCE. As you could see, it was pretty flat, pretty muted, meaning everything was pretty much as expected. They were really looking at the core PCE numbers. Data just keeps coming out. We know that the job market is still strong, but inflation is showing that it is cooling off. So we don't know what the Fed is going to do from this point. I'm going to keep an eye on opening bell, and let's see what the pre-market is looking like. The Dow. The Dow is just a little flat here. Everything is kind of flat, if you can see. Let me pull up the other indices so we can keep an eye on it. Oh, as you can see here, the Dow is flat. Everything is pretty flat. NASDAQ, not much, right? Still early. You guys know how this go. It could be flat right now. It could be up, the Dow could be up 150 points in 10 minutes after opening bell and down 300 points by closing bell, or up 300 points by closing bell. So that's what's going on. There's a lot of things that's happening right now. You guys do know that next week the Fed will be doing his interest rate hike. The question is, will he go up 25 basis points? Or will he go up 50 basis points? 25 basis points is baked in already as far as interest rate hikes. Okay, so let me see what's going on. Let's go Fed 50 basis points. You know, if he goes up 50 basis points, I know this is going to sound odd to you guys. if he goes up 50 basis points and say, I'm doing 50 and I'm done, I would personally feel better because I have a short-term outlook for the market and a long-term outlook for the market. I just want to get all of the unknown and fear over. We do know that that will push the market down. And I believe that it will just pull the Band-Aid off and get it over. I know I probably stand alone, me and the person that made this comment, but I'm just going to just shoot it to you real. So because the Fed is talking hawkish one Fed meeting and dovish another Fed meeting, and then all these state by state Feds come out and the talking points are all over the place. They do not have one unified message, which they really do behind closed doors. They use this as a tool, just them talking about what they're going to do with quantitative tightening and what they're going to do with rate hikes is another tool that's in the toolbox of the Fed. I do believe it's one of their strongest tools, right? And so they could talk hawkish and cause the market to go down without actually doing what they say they're going to do, right? Hey, yes, happy to be back. Kill the market so I can buy more. Actually, you're right. You're right. I know I stand alone, but I'm going to continue to talk about and stand on my convictions as I see the market. Now, here's what I'm going to be doing a little different, okay? I am going to be talking about macro, the macro economy or the macro in the market, and I'm also going to be talking about micro and macro, right? So what I mean is I'm going to be talking about the market short term, but my view on the market long term has not changed. It is absolutely, I'm still on par. But there are short-term things that are happening. And because if I only talk about what I see in the long term, you have new investors here and more experienced investors here, right? And it's a juggling act trying to serve you both. And that's what I do here. That's why I spend all of the money that I do. I could have still been shooting this on my cell phone. I probably would have the same viewership, but I spent tens of thousands of dollars to get you guys the best because we have a long journey to get to the new bull market. And that's what I'm trying to do. Help experienced traders, but more importantly, new traders get there. And most of you guys that are listening to me have only been trading under 3 years. And so that's what I'm going to do. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Good morning, everyone. So what I'm going to be saying is from here on out, I'll be saying short term, this is what's happening, something like that. Or in the micro, this is what's happening. But my long-term thesis has not changed. I do believe the Fed will go neutral by April-ish. That's what I believe. And in spite of what the Fed says about him not reversing the interest rate hikes this year, I believe he already knows that that is a lie. I do believe by the end of this year, the Fed will start reducing interest rates. Yep. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Timing some position screen, DCA value. Boom. All right. Let's go to opening bell and let's see what they are talking about. Well, we got a minute left. Remember, when I air this, it's on a slight delay. Okay. They're talking about McCormick. So remember, we're on a slight delay and I will go into opening bell, right? Let's see what you guys are talking about. I got room for one question. Somebody said crash the market. Do you believe there's another leg down? Absolutely. I do. Any thoughts on Mullen? You see what happened to Mullen, right? You see what happened to it. It's not the type of plays you guys really want to be in right now. All right. That's right, Robert. Where y'all at? Let's go. Let's go. Let's hit that like button. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's go to the bill. Okay.
Points. There's some pushback, but 12 points of price.
Yeah, Colgate mystifies me. Now, I should have realized from my Ollie's discount that they had a lot of Colgate stuff for sale. I want to point out, I might want to be wary of Deckers because Bed Bath & Beyond has a lot of Uggs, and they make Uggs everything. They have a huge Uggs section, so that you're probably going to end up seeing those at Ollie's or TJX, which my child just knows I really like here. The meme people continue to think that Bed Bath is a stock.
Yep. There's the opening bell, by the way, in the CNBC Real-Time Exchange. And the big board, it's TXO Energy Partners, formerly...
He's talking about BBB, Bed Bath & Beyond. He said the mean people. Same thing with Mullen. Same thing with BBB. Why? It's just, I'm just going to say it's just not the season to be in those plays. It's just not the season to have your money in that much higher risk with a threat of a deepening recession. It's just not, right? I'm just going to keep it real. Someone keep asking about Portillo stock. I have a few shares that I just bought a little. I just been holding. I never did sell it. But I just have so little of it. I just haven't, with everything's going in the market, I just haven't been looking at it. I will give it some, I will start looking at it again. So I don't want you to think I'm avoiding your question. Right. What else do we have? It's dropping. Well, it's no biggie. Today is Friday. It's going to be a volatile day. It's going to be a roller coaster day. You're going to see the Dow go from red to green, from red to green. So that's what it's going to be today. Don't understand. Thanks, Larry. Chinese plays I made. Look at that. There you go. These Chinese plays made money. I made a ton of money on TC.com. Those Chinese plays, if you guys made any money off of those Chinese plays that I gave you guys, that's what I mean about the micro, short term. There's money for us to be made. See, this is what I was talking about. There's the Dow. It's gonna go from green to red. So there's short term plays that you guys could get in and get out. I would not be trading with big, great amounts of money, a lot of money right now. Remember, there is, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it. If I was going to do a put or a call right now, I would probably be doing a put on Tesla. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about Tesla, but I want to be crystal clear. I've never shorted Tesla, and I've never did a put on Tesla. And I probably never will, because over the last 2.5 years, everybody that have tried to short Tesla has lost their shorts. It's just a thing. Let's see. They're talking about it now.
Historically, they were just comical. It's great. The new conference calls are perhaps the most thought out of almost anyone's conference call. Maybe Fabrizio Freitas from Estee Lauder. I mean, it's remarkable because he just ticks down raw costs,
Yes.
Competitive costs, battery power. I mean, it's the thorough nature and the seriousness with which he takes the process now is amazing.
You mean Musk?
Musk is he's a rigorous thinker. We always knew he was, but he had such contempt for others. I mean, now he's either got the contempt in check or he realizes, you know what? I have to play the game.
Right.
And he's remarkable.
Well, maybe that option game illustrates why, for example, Adam Jonas at Morgan Stanley yesterday updates his bear case of $70 and his bull case of $390.
Right. Well, Jonas is, as we said at law school,
See, this is what I mean. He got a bear case, analyst, of $70 on Tesla, but his bull case is $300. Is that helping you guys? No, it's not. I was talking to other influencers, and the truth be told, you can say what you want to about us, YouTubers, and all of that. We have helped people, and I'm going to take my glasses off. We have helped more people than these analysts. We have been right more than these analysts. And some of these analysts work for some of the major banks. When the things go wrong, they drastically just change their pricing. And if you look at their ratings, some of them are like 62% wrong, but they get to be an analyst, right? And so we have been, when I mean that, I mean by, especially us Core 4, we have been right way more than some of these talking heads that's getting paid millions of dollars from these networks, right? And so that's why this space is really good. Let's look at this. Look at this. They're looking. Let's listen to what they're talking about.
The question is he going to commoditize his car so it's not that special? I want to know what. I think we really have to focus on this, the truck, to see what it does with the F-150. Now, the F-150's kind of obviated the need for Generac because you can just plug in your whole house, thank heavens.
Yes.
Look, we go through these upgrades and downgrades. The one that I thought was most harsh and wrong, we got a downgrade of Ralph Lauren today. They are doing the best of anyone in apparel. I mean, what is that all about? We had some people who just, geez, I wish they'd do more homework.
Yep. There's down 4%. And a pretty good tape for consumer names, especially travel names today, Jim. Visa, we've already mentioned, but even Caesars, Carnival, they're all going to lead the S&P at the open.
Well, people are traveling. We know that from Visa. Visa's call, Al Kelly, great job.
So, you have to take what these guys say with a grain of salt. When the market is green, everybody's a bull. When the market is red, everybody's a bear. I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. So I'm going to leave it right here. I'm trying to condense these mornings and just get you guys. That's why I try to front load the information, get it all out, because I know a lot of you guys are on your way to work. Some are on at work. If you're in the New York time, some of you guys in LA, you just waking up. So I just want to repeat that I will be talking about the market in the micro and the macro, short term and long term. And I will continue to tell you that my long-term thesis for this year has not changed. It is actually, I'm more confident in my long-term thesis now than I ever have been. It doesn't matter how green things are. But to not sound negative, because some people say, Larry, man, you don't like any good news. I actually do. Because just like I made some money on these swing plays, the Chinese stock, even Tesla, when I did the call, remember, Monday morning before opening bell, I said I'll probably do a Tesla call. I did, and as you guys saw, I made $5,200, right? I'm going to continue to just tell you guys what I'm doing. You're responsible for your own trading. There's a lot of money to be made, but I do know this. When and if the market has that extra leg down, I will be a bull. I will be saying I'm buying. I will be dumping money into the market, like all of my money. And I will be very vocal about it because it's my job to help get through the rough times, to help you guys get to the promised land, like my bro Keenan says. So that's what I'm going to say, good people. So remember, I'm going to talk short term and long term. And if somebody starts saying, oh, now you've changed your tune and all of this stuff, like my dad say, I'm going to smack the black off you. That's what my dad, me and my Polish friend was jumping on the couch when I was a kid. My dad walked off. He looked at me. He said, get your butt down. I'll smack the black off of you next time I see you on there. And he told my Polish friend the same thing. Get your butt down too. Don't you ever come and disrespect my house. I'll slap the black off of you. And my Polish friend, his mother wound up telling him that the same thing. But my Polish friend for many years, he's like, I'm scared of your dad. He gonna smack the black up off me. I wish all y'all had a black father. I love different cultures. I celebrate different cultures. But, man, black dads say some stuff, man, that's just funny now. But it was kind of like mentally psychotic when you was a kid. Slap the black off? Yep. My dad would say stuff like, I'll rip your arm off and beat you with the wet end. My dad didn't play. He ain't something like these punk dads now. All right? Hey, thank you for your super chat. What did he say? I made a bet you would not last a week talking about. Yep. You're right. You're right, man. Hopefully you won some money. Thank you for the super chat. You're right. All right. And on that one, good people, we will see you later. Thank you, fam. I love each and every one of you. Please leave me a like. Make sure you check out all of the. You took me off, man. You took me out with that one. Make sure you check out the links below. We got Moo Moo and Weeble with free stock. Live, love, laugh, and learn.